No. Hi everyone, r77 here. Just finished our fixtures for the week. I've got Rudy, under 8s coach. I've got Pele, under 10s coach. I've got Aswa, under 12s coach. And I've got Mo on the phone, our director of football, or under 8s head manager. And just want to reflect over the week's fixtures, how they went. The game just finished, so the results are fresh in our mind. I'm going to start off with Rudy, who's our under 8s manager, who's going to take us through how the under 8s went this week. So Rudy, what was the result from your game today?
What's going on, guys? We won 5-3. It was a good game of football. I was very, very impressed with Globe. You can definitely see that these promoted teams, or these teams that play in the Red League, they're top teams. You know, they do everything that we want to do. So it's a good learning curve for us. It's good to speak to the coaches at the end of the game as well to see what they do in training and stuff. So we can implement it on our boys. I mean, we've had 2 games now in the Red League. We've won both the games. We're obviously champions of the Blue League, but you can see the step up. It's a huge step up. And the players, I don't think they realise, because they're young at the end of the day, they're only 8, so I don't think they realise yet just how tough it is. And you know what, the beauty of it is they're innocent, so they don't actually know if they're playing good or if they're playing bad unless we tell them. So we do try and encourage every single player, but we try to be honest as well. And the honesty is for a lot of the boys in that team, who we thought, and maybe we were a bit naive to start with, but we did think that they would be good. You know, we thought they would be able to cope with it, and the results say otherwise. The results say we are coping with it. However, the performance-wise, I think 1 or 2 players are bailing us out a little bit, especially, you know, going on today. Omid is just stepped up massively.
Omid's super gravy, innit? Like, he's brought like something extra to his game.
Yeah, he had it. We all know he had it, and he's one of those players that is quite difficult to coach. I think he'd, even at 8 years old, he would accept us saying that he's quite difficult to coach because he's so natural, he's so raw. But when he steps onto a football pitch against an opposition, you can just see it. He is that good. And to be fair, again, we had a couple of players who didn't play to their full potential. But even so, you know, I'm happy with the result. I'll take the result. I'm disappointed with the performance, but we've just got to go back on the training pitch again, start again, to be honest. And you guys were there, you guys were watching it.
I mean, like, looking at the performance, it's nice to have a player like Omid who can go past 3-4 players and they'll take that pressure away from you guys, you know.
No, it's always good to have a player who can individually win you a game.
Yeah.
But when you're 8 years old, I think performance trumps result in one sense. Now, everyone wants to win, and we all want to win trophies at the end of the day, because otherwise, why do you play football? Football is to play to win. But at the same time, participation is a big deal as well. And you know, sometimes you just want them to, what you do in training, you want them to
ideally you want them to be performing well and, you know, playing football.
Look, I will be happier to lose a game having played well, having done what we've done in training, you know, on that pitch. But I'm not bitterly disappointed by winning and not having played that well, because when we do start playing well, because we will start playing well, you know, it's only going to go forward for us. You know, the results will still be there, and we are looking to win this one as well. To be honest, we're looking to win the Red League, and it's a bit ambitious of us, but we're 2-2, and we go again next week. Really,
we've been the champions of this league before we joined, so we beat them.
It's a big statement in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, we've beaten 2 of the best teams in the league. Like, by a country mile as well. I mean, you saw the Globe today. They're brilliant outfit. They do everything. Like I said, they do everything we wanna aspire to do. So, you know, I take the 3 points, to be honest. Yeah, that's about it from us 8s.
I mean, there's like you said, isn't it? Good individual performances. We're hoping for more better team performances.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Pele, what do you think of the under 10s game today? And start off with the result, and then.
I mean, the results 2-2. So we had 1-0 down to equalise 1-1, and then 2-1 down, and go back to 2-2. So I mean, they showed character in coming back, which is which they haven't done, you know, since they started. Very few times they've gone behind and come back. So that was a good thing to see, and it's good to see them being unbeaten as well. Main things I want to like to say, I mean, some couple of good performances there, and there's a few selection headaches we got for next week as well. Because I mean, Ada had a good game, but there was at times there was a bit, you know, alone in the middle, and ideally we should have been should have got players to help him out a bit more. I mean, that's what we're looking for next week, hopefully. And main concern was the possession side of things. So our passing game is not as well. I
think to be honest with that statement, it's across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we're doing it as all three teams. I mean, the 12s, Aswa's going to come in a bit, and he's going to say the exact same thing. We're at possession side of the 3Ps, and for those guys who don't know, we have a philosophy in a sense what we try and implement to across all age groups. We play the triple P, so that's possession, position, and pressure. And we try and weekly we take an individual bit. So 1 week we might be working on possession, another week we might be working on pressure, and throughout the season we'll hopefully improve on all three things. But as he's saying, I mean, it's the same thing with the 8s. The possession side of things is the most difficult one, you know. But I have to say, with the 10s results so far, it's good because where they were playing last season, and because it's a split half season, where they were last season, where they are now, it's a massive difference.
And it's good for their confidence as well. I mean, I think that's one of the main things that these guys were lacking. It's not really more their abilities, more their confidence side of things.
Yeah, no,
so it's nice to get positive results for change, which is then they're more likely to work much harder in training, more
definitely.
Implement what they're learning. And I mean, it's good signs. Like I said, like similar with most of our teams, they're not there yet, as no surprise. But there's good signs going into the next few weeks, and even, I mean, most of the parents are seeing the progress that these kids are making, which is one of the reasons why we're here for as well, isn't it? To progress these kids, to make them better football players.
I think having a philosophy to start off with pressure, position, and passing, it gives the kids something to cling on to when they're learning. So you can teach them aspects of defending.
It's almost like a syllabus in school, isn't it? Like, you know what you're teaching.
It's a set structure, so kids know that these are the 3 principles, and then you can branch out from there. So you can say pressure, and then you can break down into principles of defending or whatever. Then you move into positioning, which is a bit more theoretical. But then the kids have something to grasp onto when they're playing the game. They think back, position, what's my position, where do I play? It just gives them a bit more
it's quite
structure,
simple for them to remember as well.
Yeah.
As in the sense that it's free, it's just three words with the same first letter. So it's easy for them to remember as well, which is again, which is quite good. And something that when you ask them about the 3 Ps, they'll say it without even thinking now, which is again another good sign.
Yeah. Mo, do you have anything to add? You had the 10s game today. Do you have anything to say about today's performance?
I agree completely with what you guys said. The results are going our way. I think before the game, we looked at this team. We played them before. We know what they're about. I think before the game, if you said we'll draw, we probably would have been upset. But I think under the circumstances, we got to remember we've got practically 2 or 3 new players in that team, and within 2 weeks they've actually grown in. They've grown in. They don't seem like new players who've never played in the league before. That's a testament to the hard work.
And to be fair, adding to that, Mo, with the 10s, to play that game without their best player, who was obviously at the 12s game.
Exactly, I was going to go into that point. Yeah, we got Benjamin. I mean, last time we played them, then he played. And this time we did. It was difficult because we didn't have an out-and-out striker, and you could tell. Because in terms of possession, we played well. Going forward, I think with all 3 teams, that's a strong point. Going forward is always a strong point.
Yeah.
And what it is, when you miss a player of, just say, Benjamin's caliber, and you perform, like Pele said, we show character coming back from a goal line and then conceding a penalty and then coming back again. And we potentially could have won that game. But a problem we had with that team before, I would say there's a big difference between the best player and the weakest player. In a sense, it was a massive gap. But now it seems that everyone's on a similar wavelength. So now when the team's down, they can look to each other to bring the game back. Before they would look to that one player or another player, but now they're working together to start bringing the tide in their favour. And it's a massive testament to the hard work that their players are putting in as well. So that's all I wanted to add for the 10s.
Yeah, ever since I've taken up the 10s, I've seen like a massive.
I've improved them massively.
Oh wow!
No, nothing like that. Nothing like
Wow!
that.
I used to be the under 10s coach.
Mo, what did you do with them for 6 months?
This is difficult for me. You got pay dividend to Rudy who made a change, and Coach Pele and Coach Moza as well. You got to hold your hands up.
No, but we're just joking about that. But like you said, the thing is we're just working on what you've built for
I
us.
wasn't joking, bro.
Mo, I think you're being unfairly treated to an extent. I think the good results and the good performances we're getting now was down to like the foundations you put in place with the team. So obviously, like getting the kids to know each other.
That's very true. That is very true. I didn't want to say it myself, but yeah.
For all the viewers out there, Sharif's a bit humble, so we gotta get him out of his shell sometimes. So yeah, I think we move on to the under 12s now.
Last thing if I can add. I mean, it goes across all age groups, but we got a text from one of the parents saying the support was brilliant, and that was the case again today. I think since the beginning of the season, under 10s, the support from parents and family at calm has been fantastic.
But I think to be fair, the under 10 support is always has always been great, and it is the best support we've got. Because you look at the 12s, I think we had 2 parents. The 8s, I mean the 8s is better. 8s is good as well because at least you got one person from each kid, one parent each for each kid there. But with the 12s, I don't know if it's because of that age group, but yeah, with 2 parents, we don't really have much support in 12. So any 12 parents watching this, please get down and watch your boys because that's a good bunch, that's a good team, and I think we'll move on to it with Aswat now.
Yeah, so Aswat's our under 12s coach. They had their kick-off today at 11:30 in the morning. So we're going to start off. Aswat, what was the result? And
the result was a 4-3. I mean, they started off the game really slow. They do this every week. I'm sure they can improve. It was 1-0 to the opposition. They showed great character to get back into the game, make it 1-1, and then they concede a silly goal again, and then they bring it back. It was just a case of silly mistake, them scoring, and then them coming back. But they showed great character to get back into the game and actually win the game. And again, like Rudy touched on earlier, the problem with I think all the teams is possession mainly, because what they do, I think they rely on their best players too much at times, and they don't want to play football. And as a coach, yeah, you like to win, but you want to see your team play good football. At the end of the day, that's what we're there for. We want to teach them how to play good football.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want them to just win games by kicking it up the field and hopefully the defender misses it and hopefully you get a striker free. That's not how football's meant to be played.
Well, that's what your opposition did today, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And no, I mean serious. That's what the opposition did. They scored 3 goals
in the exact same fashion.
Off mistakes by our boys.
Yeah.
And our boys can put their hands up and say, yeah, we were bad because they were bad. And to be fair, again to them, they were lucky to win that game 4-3.
Yeah, definitely.
They were very lucky to win that game 4-3. And I think the problem I find with the 12s is their first touch. It's absolutely shocking. You know, every single one of them, their first touch is 3 yards ahead of them. And again, it's starting to be, this is consecutive now, over and over and over again. Yeah. Benny is the best player in the under 12s week in, week out. He's 9 years old. There's no way he should be the best player in that team every single week.
It's unreal.
You know, the other boys have got to step up and, you know, own it a little bit. The same way like Omid owned that pitch today for the 8s. He stepped up, he was counted. Benny does it every single week, and he's playing at right back, and he's 9. I think people need to understand he's 9 years old.
9 years old.
Yeah, and we've taken him out the 10s, and to be fair, he's perfectly adapted to that 12s team. To be the best player there week in, week out. That's credit to him. That's credit to the coaches as well. Yeah, that's credit to all of us for saying, yep, he's 9 years old, no problem, he's good enough to play in the 12s, let him go play in the 12s. Yeah. But where's the other boys? I mean, there are a few individuals who I can name who weren't that bad. Yeah. But as a collective, we were bad again. Yeah. And I just think across the board, even with us coaches, even with the parents, because they got to support us in this as well. Yeah. And you know, I get a lot of complaints from parents that, oh, they don't play enough games in training and stuff. Listen, we got 2 hours. We've got 2 hours of training, a week. Because it seems like majority of our team parents don't bring their kids to Friday sessions anymore. So they've got 2 hours in a week. Do we really want to spend half an hour, 45 minutes of those 2 hours playing a game? Or would we rather be doing game-related coaching? I think game-related coaching is far more superior than playing games. That's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to one. But, you know, I like to call it that because we're trying to learn, we're trying to improve. As all of us believe, we're trying to improve certain aspects of their game. Yeah. We cannot do that if we're playing. Yeah,
you can't be spending the bulk of your time doing like 5-a-side. It's not, like, don't get me wrong, you know, it's enjoyable for the kids, but it's not
No,
going to be much.
yeah.
If they're playing 9-a-side football and they're playing 5, it's not going to be much.
No,
use
because
of
you
the-
got limited touches. You know, you're in a predicament. If you're playing 9v9, because let's say the 12s play 9-a-side football,
Yeah.
and you're playing 9v9, there's no way that in those two that enough the players are going to get enough touches.
Yeah.
So I would rather play 4v3 or 3v2 and make sure they're getting touches. And that way you can work on the pressure side of things, the defensive side of things, but most importantly, the possession side of things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick by it, and we're going to continue to do it.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is, you know. Like I said, everyone to their own. So
I think like kids at that age, they're so used to playing in school and stuff. Like they've still got that playground mentality, but they just want to play.
no, but me and Mo have had this discussion over and over again. And we came up with this solution of the 3 Ps because we didn't initially start off with this.
Yeah.
You know, it was just kind of like freestyle, do what you want. But then I think it was more of a case of when I took the 8s over and I looked at them, and to me, and I'm not going to discredit anything that the previous coaches done and whatever, because they're good coaches and they're young coaches still, and they're still in learning curve, and they'll accept what I say as constructive.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much footballing about them, and like I said, I think they were just ever reliant on 1 or 2 or 3 players to go and win them the game, and because of that, they went and won the league. But the fact is, we need to build the fundamentals, especially at that age, because I think 3 or 4 of them can make it far. You know, at least playing, at least be an academy football in the next 3 or 4 years. So, you know, it's our job to get them there. And if they don't get there, that's our fault as well. You know, if they lose interest in the game or they don't improve, that's our fault as well. So we've got to take a bit of ownership as well about it. But yeah, I think overall good weekend, no losses. So guess we just got to go forward next week.
I mean, it's one of those things because we had a long break as well, when there were a lot of cancellations and, you know, that 2-week break.
Yeah,
it's difficult getting back into momentum. Especially with the Undertows. Undertows won a good run where they won quite a few in a row, and as soon as they come back and they, you know, once you start off slow, it's difficult.
Well, I think this win will do them good, and I guess we just got to we just got to keep working at it.
Exactly.
And
So if I give everyone a 15-second window to just sum up what they thought of the weekend and the results, starting with Rudy.
good weekend, good results, bad performances across the board, but very good individual performances, and definitely room to manoeuvre. So we're definitely going to improve, and we'll go back to drawing board and we'll do it again next week.
I mean, you know, most of them show good character, you know, good spirit. Once again, try to improve on our passing side of things. And but once again, you know, 1 loss over 6 games in the past 2 weeks is a good start. So something we can carry on with in the near future.
Yeah, I agree. That's what.
12s. Well, they didn't play the best of football, but they got the win, and I think I, as a coach, can definitely see where they can improve. So I know what to work on in training now, and let's just hope we can keep improving and get them to play some decent football.
Mo?
Unbeaten weekend, 2 wins and a draw. Very good weekend. Performances give us coaches things to work on, so we're happy. Support was good. In the conditions we played well. So overall, give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
I
with
think
Mo.
you're being generous, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think about 6.5 would be.
I'll just round it up to a nice 7. You know,
I'd say
Little
7. Unbeaten. We didn't lose. I think it was some excellent performances in some of the games today. But I still think there's a lot of room for improvement. But I think if we carry on carrying with our philosophy, the kids will get better. They're enjoying the football, which is the most important thing. Yeah, so overall, I'd give it a 7 as well.
Yeah. Cool.
That's it from us. So today's what, the 5th?
Yep, the 5th.
Yeah, 5th of Feb. Game week 2 of the second half of the new season. Hopefully we'll see you next week. And yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Follow.